Plants vs Zombies 2. Yeah, this game right here. It has a whole bunch of plants, and some of them happen to be magic mushrooms, which actually aren't plants, technically. So the only logical thing to do, knowing that Plants vs Zombies 2 has mushrooms, like the newly added Doom Shroom, is to rank all of them on a tier list from worst to best. But first, there is one thing we need to get out the way. Vamposini. I don't really think I need to elaborate on this, and honestly I'm being generous even putting it here. And with that out of the way, we will be starting off with the C tier mushrooms. They are like the mushrooms that you find outside in your yard. You don't know how they got there and they kind of just exist. Number 17. So I have talked about why Fume Shroom is a bad plant before, but here is the rundown. Colar mushroom gets dinosaurs high, causing them to help you instead of the zombies, which is something I think we can all agree on, but the problem is Axe body spray mushroom is like super niche since dinosaurs only appear in the Jurassic Marsh in like 2 modern day levels. Other than that, it's useless. And on top of that, it has a long recharge, meaning you can only unleash the power of fresh scent in getting dinosaurs high every 20 seconds. Sadly, the Old Spice mushroom is going in C tier. Number 16. Spore Shroom is unlocked in Neon Mixtape Tour and will lob spores at zombies. It also has the gimmick of being able to spawn more Spore Shrooms when it defeats a zombie. It's ranked low because it just doesn't deal enough damage and it struggles with defeating just about anything. I think what they were going for with it spawning more Spore Shrooms is strength in numbers, while the individual ones are weak. But it just doesn't work that well because half the time Spore Shroom won't even spawn because the tile is blocked. And when they do spawn, it tends to be on the right side of the lawn, so they kinda just get oofed by the zombies. Spore Shroom is not really that great and goes in C tier. Number 15. Toadstool. Short story, it's like a chomper from Walmart. Long story. Toadstool is like the green Om-Nom from Cut the Rope and will eat zombies like the candy thing that it likes. The problem is Toadstool can only eat one zombie every 30 seconds because of chewing. Can you see how this is bad in a game that is famous for spawning 500,000 zombies after you're only 6 seconds into the level? That might be an exaggeration. But what I'm saying is that it has a hard time keeping up with the pace of the game. So if you do want to use Toadstool, you will need some other plants to support it, like maybe a wall plant in the front and an attacker in the back. Also, when Toadstool finishes chewing a zombie, it produces 50 sun. It goes in C tier. Now it's time for the B tier mushrooms. These are like the mushrooms that you find at the grocery store in the produce section. Number 14. Scy Shroom is a free attacking plant that will damage the zombies at a short range and then disappear after a while. The problem is that you can only plant it in water, so it's basically just a more restricted Puff Shroom since there are a lot less water levels. But it does deal 10 more damage than Puff Shroom, which makes it worth using when there is water because it's basically free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Also, it being a newer plant and actually having half decent animations is a nice bonus. Scy Shroom is B tier. You may have guessed it, maybe. Ranked at number 13 is Puff Shroom, which is just Scy Shroom, but you can place it on land, making it a lot more versatile. Even though it does deal a little less damage than Scy Shroom, Puff Shroom is still free
Real estate.
and ready to wear a hat twice his size for maximum zombie intimidation. Puff Shroom is also B tier. Number 12. Magnet Shroom.
Magnets! Oh!
Magnet Shroom is a wanted criminal in the zombie community, wanted for grand bucket and night helmet theft because it steals the zombie's headgear. It can even steal the entire head of a punk zombie.
What?
Because of this, Magnet Shroom is great against night zombies and zombie kings because it completely counters their gimmick, helmets. It's not ranked super high because while it's not a bad plant, Magnet Shroom is kind of niche and not really needed most of the time. It goes in B tier. Number 11. Grown fresh from Crazy Dave's trunk is FDA approved and totally 100% legal magic mushrooms. Visit Dave at his shroom shop today to help him commit tax evasion. I mean to buy some magic mushrooms which will make one zombie become so high they commit cannibalism. The reason Hypnos Shroom is not ranked higher is because it costs too much sun at 125 to only really counter one zombie effectively, whereas something like Squash can counter all the zombies in one tile for just 50 sun. But it does have an epic plant food. Hypnos Shroom is B tier. Now it's A tier mushroom time. These are the mushrooms that chefs at fancy restaurants use. Number 10. Fume Shroom seems like it's bad at first, but trust me, pierce damage equals good. It's kind of like a budget laser beam and has a really strong plant food that can delete almost any zombie in its lane by blowing them.
What do you mean by that?
With bubbles. It's also great for dealing with Gesto zombies and Excavator zombies because it just ignores their gimmick. The downsides are that its damage is a little bit on the lower side and it only has about 6 tiles of range. So it's good to have a bunch of them down and to put a wall plant in front. Still, I think Fume Shroom isn't bad and goes in A tier. Number 9. Shadow Shroom will poison a zombie that gets close to feeding them. It's good for taking out early zombies so you can build more sun, and has a very strong plant food that basically wipes out the entire lawn because it poisons every zombie. Poison damage pierces armor. So the main weakness to Shadow Shroom is Gorgs and Mechs, since they have a lot of base health. Other than that, it's a great plant and Shadow Shroom goes in A tier. Number 8. Just imagine Shadow Shroom, but it's only the plant food. That's basically Puffball. It will poison and stun all zombies in a 3x5 tile area, and since poison damage goes through armor, it will defeat pretty much the entire wave of zombies. The main weakness of Puffball is that it's not great against Gorgs and Mechs, just like Shadow Shroom, because they have a lot of base health instead of armor. Also, Puffballs are a type of mushroom in real life, and some of them happen to be poisonous in real life, just like in game, which is a nice detail. Puffball goes in A tier. Number 7. I don't know what Gloom Vine is. Maybe it's a mushroom. It behaves and looks similar to the plant Gloom Shroom from Plants vs Zombies 1, which is a mushroom. But in PvZ2, it's also a vine, which isn't a mushroom. So I would say Gloom Vine is like a 50-50 chance of being a mushroom. Gloom Vine will damage zombies in a 3x3 area around itself. I feel like they've done this plant before. It also has the ability to power other shadow plants it is placed on, and does not really take up any space on the lawn, because, you know, it's a vine. Gloom Vine's damage is actually pretty high, and it can be a useful alternative to Moonflower for powering shadow plants. Like on a last stand level where Moonflower isn't available, you can use Gloom Vine. It goes in A tier. Number 6. Returning in PvZ2 from Battle for Neighborville is Nightcap, which cost almost 1 billion sun at the sun cost of 300 sun. But it's well worth the price because literally nothing can kill Nightcap. An entire piano?
Nope.
What about a barrel?
Nope.
Maybe just a block of ice? Nope. The point is, Nightcap is more durable than Tom from Tom and Jerry. The damage that Nightcap deals is also poison damage, so anything with armor like a night zombie will just go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The downside is the actual damage output is not that great, and zombies with copious amounts of health will be a little tougher to kill, just like it is with most poison plants. But still, Nightcap is very strong and goes in A tier. Number 5. Gourd Shroom is a cool mushroom because it will spawn cute little mini shrooms that can eat entire zombies.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
These mini shrooms give unique buffs to your other mushroom plants, like making Scaredy Shroom attack faster and no longer hide when zombies get close, or giving Puff Shroom and Scy Shroom increased range and lifespan. With Gourd Shroom, you essentially get 8 chompers for the cost of 200 sun, since it will spawn 8 mini Gourd Shrooms around itself, though the ones behind Gourd Shroom aren't as useful. Gourd Shroom is A tier. Now we're moving on to the S tier mushrooms. These mushrooms are certified premium magic mushrooms only found in Crazy Dave trunk sales. and you don't see them in actual stores because they are 100% legal. It's not like possessing these mushrooms will get you raided by the FBI or anything. Number 4. Scy Shroom.
He was special.
I know you're going to the comments right now, just hear me out on Scy Shroom, okay? Wood.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
But actually, Scy Shroom is good because it's essentially a 25 sun cost pea shooter as long as you place it in the back, with a really strong plant food that activates all the Scy Shrooms in the 3x3 area, making them shoot a barrage of bubbles. It works similar to how pea shooter's plant food works, but they also have knockback. It's like a 9-in-1 plant food, literally 9 plant foods, which if you're a zombie, that's really bad. Scy Shroom pairs especially well with tile tone up. Right. So I think it's safe to say Scy Shroom is S tier, right? Just look at how those zombies got obliterated. Like, jeez, man. Speaking of Jesus, bonk Jesus. Number 3. Short story. Doom Shroom makes the zombies go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It also explodes. Long story. Doom Shroom now has growth stages where it will grow from small to big, and rather than exploding on placement, it explodes when zombies get close. The bigger it is, the larger the explosion, and when at full size, it explodes in a 5x5 area, making literally everything in that area get nuked. And if that was not enough, it also spawns another Doom Shroom if it explodes at full size. Its animations are a little janky though. Doom Shroom goes in S tier. Number 2. Someone at PopCap thought it would be a good idea to turn Ice Shroom into a melee plant, and then make it deal 200 damage. Poker does 60 damage. Did I mention it also slows zombies in a 3x3 area, boosts the damage of other Wintermint plants, and looks like it was animated by a monkey? Easily S tier, especially because of that monkey part. The only reason it's ranked second is because, I don't know, ice, baby. And ranked at number 1 is Sunroom. Sunroom is the best mushroom plant because it makes sun. And you know what they say, sun makes the game go round.
Sun makes the game go round.
Sunroom is arguably the best primary sun producer in the game other than Primal Sunflower. For 25 sun, it will grow from small to big, producing 25 to 75 sun. It grows somewhat quickly, so you don't even have to wait long for it to grow to the second stage, where it is already better than Sunflower because you got it for only 25 sun. So essentially Sunroom is stonks and goes in S tier. Anyways, that is every mushroom plant in PvZ2 ranked. Here is the final tier list. Make sure to subscribe to the channel or you will get super glued to the ceiling just like Mario. Don't be like Mario.
Mamma mia.